Thanos is Hey geeks, welcome to my channel. I'm Trey Guillotine, and today I am geeking out about Captain Marvel. Remember, if you like this video, to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it around so others can join in the conversation. Let's geek out. So I have to admit that for the past year or so, it's kind of been a tough time for Marvel fans. Well, specifically, it's been a tough time for this Marvel fan. I mean, in 2018, we had Infinity War, which, as great of a film as it was, and just a monumentous achievement of, combining over 10 years of stories in movies, not so much the TV shows, but in movies, combining all of those into one gigantic film that culminates in the not even the climax of that particular story, but just the way they did Infinity War. It was great. It was a great film. I loved it. It was a really good film, but it was definitely a downer. It definitely left off in a really depressing kind of way. And then Ant-Man and the Wasp, I honestly wasn't really that into it. And then, of course, we did lose Stan Lee. Stan Lee passed away. And then we also lost the Defender series on Netflix. All of the Netflix series have been canceled, and their resurrection or their renewal is definitely, we're not sure what's going to happen there. We don't know if it's going to go to Hulu. We don't know if it's going to go to Disney Plus. We hear things of what might be happening, but we don't know of anything concrete. So for me, for the last year, you've definitely, if you're watching my channel, you definitely noticed the past probably couple months of videos were just gameplay. Because I didn't have any motivation or any desire to really talk about Marvel, because I felt melancholy. I was melancholic about the Marvel Cinematic Universe because of all the things that have happened. But I have to say, walking out of Captain Marvel, that was all gone, and I am back in it. I am so excited for the MCU again. I am just loving it. I'm chomping at the bit. I even went so far as to, I was having a manic episode last night when I saw it. I was having a manic episode about how much I loved Captain Marvel, and then I got stable. We'll talk about that later. It was a great film. I don't know if I'd say it's a great film, but it was a good film. It was a good, fun movie. I enjoyed the movie a lot. It had a lot of 90s nostalgia in it, which I really enjoyed. The soundtrack was fantastic. I liked Captain Marvel. I thought she was a cool character, and I could definitely see, her kind of melding into the characters of the MCU, with Tony Stark and with Captain America. But honestly, the character I mostly saw her, getting along with was, Jessica Jones. I could easily see Carol Danvers and Jessica Jones hanging out and being BFFs. And I thought that that idea would have been really cool to see. Yeah, it was a fun, action-packed movie. There were some, dips in the storytelling that was kind of this is going a little bit slowly, but then it picks up again. It's like a 3-act movie. You got, the beginning, which is a lot of fun and a lot of action. The second act, which, like I said, it kind of dips into a little bit and dips into action, and there's just a lot of, exposition that they're going over, and then it goes into the final act, which, again, was just really high. So it was a very good movie. I loved it. It wasn't the best Marvel movie ever, but I did thoroughly enjoy it. So thank you to everyone at Captain Marvel who made this movie possible. Thank you to everyone for just making me feel great about the Marvel Cinematic Universe again. I'm so excited about what this could mean for Avengers Endgame. There obviously was after-credit scenes. One was funny, one was serious, and we do get a glimpse into Captain Marvel showing up for Avengers Endgame, which again was it was a very simple scene. It held, after seeing that movie and seeing what it is that Captain Marvel can do, Thanos is fucked. I've had so many good things to say about Captain Marvel, and I'm even hoping that the success and popularity of Captain Marvel kind of bring back some like 90s style in like fashion and music, because you know, growing up, you know, in the 90s between 0 and 10, and growing up in a very Christian conservative family, I kind of missed out on grunge. So I'm kind of hoping that like all of that 90s stuff kind of starts to make a comeback so that I can like be a part of grunge. It's probably stupid to say, but it was something that I was thinking about. I was like, I would love this. I would love like, you know, Nirvana to obviously not get back together, but yeah, I love the movie so much. And there was something that I actually really related to with Captain Marvel. It was a big part of her story that she was having trouble controlling her emotions, and that, you know, she was lashing out with her powers, still trying to learn how to use them, and she was lashing out when she was emotional, and that was something she was trying to control. And in the story, it ends up being, it's like, no, you are your emotions, you are your powers, they are part of you. You don't have to prove anything with your emotions or controlling your emotions. But that's something that I really connected with. You know, it's something that my entire life I've dealt with, is trouble controlling my emotions. And now I know why. I've recently been diagnosed bipolar 2, hence realizing and addressing a manic episode I was having after the movie. But it was really great to like see that in the movie, that there was something about this character that I really related to, that I really connected to. You know, there's a reason that I always say that that Bruce Banner and the Hulk are the characters in the MCU that I relate with the most, because one is afraid of hurting people and one is just a giant rage machine. So it's something that I related to with those characters. But then having Captain Marvel, you know, be a character that there is something I can relate to, it felt really good. Go see Captain Marvel. Like I said, it's not the best Marvel movie out there. It's probably not even my top 3. But it was such a strong and well done film. Brie Larson nailed it as Captain Marvel. I really loved her. I loved her and Samuel Jackson's interactions with each other, which, like, there are definitely moments where a young Samuel L. Jackson definitely steals the show for a little bit. Like, seeing him in his, like, glory, not even his glory days, just his early S.H.I.E.L.D. days, when he wasn't just an agent, he was definitely one of the higher up agents in the area, but he wasn't, you know, the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. yet. But it was cool seeing him there, and especially having Coulson show up, even though he only shows up for a little bit, having him there, it felt really good to have that acknowledgement of a character who has become such a big part of the MCU TV series and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., to have him back in the movies. That was just a really good feeling to have him there, and have him and Fury working together. But I love the movie. It really was a good, fun movie. The soundtrack was great. Definitely, I mean, the soundtrack definitely dips into that, like, 90s nostalgia with, like, Nirvana, and it was a good movie. It was a good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I like if anyone wants to go see it again, people I know, if any of y'all want to go see the movie, if you haven't seen it yet and you want someone to go with you, let me know, because I am all for seeing this movie a second and third time. I really did love this movie. Go check it out. It's a good movie. It really is. I was actually worried going in because of what happened with Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like, I went in expecting just this movie to be the funniest damn thing I've ever seen, and I just wasn't all that into it. So I was really worried that I was going to walk into Captain Marvel and walk out being like, I hate to say it, but I didn't like it. No, I did. I liked it a lot. It was really good. So if you haven't seen Captain Marvel yet, go see it. It's a really fun movie. I will be putting out a more comprehensive review of the film sometime this week, so keep a lookout for that. So, if you've seen Captain Marvel, let me know what you liked about it. Let me know what you didn't like about it, all in the comments of this video or on any of my social media. If you want your answer featured in an upcoming What You Gaming On video, make sure to leave a message in the comments of this video or on any of my social media, the game that you're playing, what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and your answer will be featured in an upcoming episode of what you gaming on. If you have an idea of a scary game I could play for my Scared Gameless videos, let me know in the comments or on any of my social media what game you think I could play, or if you're watching those, give me some tips on how to play these games better and what's the next step in the story that I need to do, because I'm playing Resident Evil and I'm getting kind of lost. And subscribe to my channel to geek out some more. Thanks for watching and have fun.